New at 4 in Iowa, the city of Dubuque closed off its entire floodgate system, keeping floodwaters from getting into the city. The first road closure has been announced for Dubuque due to flooding in the area, with the crest expected to reach around 24.5 feet by Friday. That will be the third highest in the city's history. So far, flooding has mostly been limited to recreational areas along the Mississippi River, but as water rises, some places are beginning to submerge.
Millions of people dealing with storms to extreme flooding across the U.S., while in the central states, melting snow is pushing the Mississippi River even further over its banks in several towns.
And it's showing no sign of cresting in some places until next week. Laura Geary has more on these punishing weather conditions.
We went through 2 hurricanes last year, and this does not compare to either one of them, maybe even both put together.
Hail as large as softballs from the Florida Panhandle over to southern Texas. Many are assessing damage from Wednesday's wind-driven hail that battered property like cannonballs.
We lost half of our, the top 2 are lanai and our gutters on both sides, and I have some windows broken in the back and hail damage to my car.
One Florida middle school's courtyard buried in hail, looking more like a blanket of snow. This bull in Texas trying to escape the onslaught. His owner says he made it to safety.
This is insane.
The Storm Prediction Center is forecasting large hail, heavy rain, strong winds, and possible tornadoes for the same region of southern Texas through most of Florida into Thursday evening. In the Midwest, pumps along the rising Mississippi River are working around the clock. Melting snow runoff has pushed the river over its banks and into towns from Wisconsin to Minnesota for days.
Like most small towns, we've managed to do all of the sandbagging and so forth with volunteer help.
All of the gates along Dubuque, Iowa's massive flood wall are now closed. The river is expected to crest there Saturday, while many other towns may not see relief until next week.
We have weathered the storm. We'll wait for the water to recede and see what kind of damage we have.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Voluntary flood evacuations are underway for the town of Campbell, Wisconsin. The fire chief there saying utilities have been disconnected to over 24 homes near the river.
And in La Crosse, Wisconsin, officials are closely monitoring the levee system there, but have not yet called for evacuations.